gunshots in the ceiling. It was popping off, bro. It was crazy times back then in Manchester.
Really
because it was
mad.
the Manchester era back then as well.
WOLFPACK, assemble! What's going on? It's TC, and this is DnB Talk with Silver from North Base. Firstly, if you're new to the WOLFPACK, a very warm welcome, and if you're not, welcome back. And if you find any of the information in this video useful, please smash the like button. If you're not already part of the community, part of the WOLFPACK, hit that subscribe button to receive notifications every time I upload some fresh new information. Also, don't forget to check out my samples and presets for Serum, Vital, Massive, FMA. Check out my t-shirts and hats. Follow my Anthems playlist on Spotify. Follow my Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, links in the description. In this episode of DnB Talk, I'm going to be talking to one of the members of North Base, long-time soldier of the scene, you know, who I've known for a long time. A good friend of mine is Silver from North Base. What are you saying, bruv?
How you doing, T? How you doing, T?
Yeah, nice, mate. Yes, bruv. Yeah. I saw you the other day. I saw you. I was spying. On that Dom Whitting, what is it? His stream from Manchester, and I saw you like 4 or 5 times. And I said to my missus, I was like, "Is that Silver from North Base?"
That's me. That was me, man.
Oh, bro,
it was wicked, man. It's such a top day. It was just good to like so many people out from Manchester listen to drum and bass and riding around. It was just amazing. It was a top day. Big up Dom for that, man. We shut down streets, bro. I'm talking. The city centre was shut down. We shut down, mate. It was mental. Trams had to stop. Buses had to stop. It was wicked, bro. And over 1,000 people turned up, so it was his biggest one.
Yeah,
so,
that's mad, isn't it?
Wicked,
that's
man.
actually mad. I mean, it's a real family vibe he's got going on there. Had him on the last DnB Talk, so it's quite sort of fitting that you were there.
Yeah.
And I was surprised actually. I'm on this sort of like social networking is everything vibe right now. I'm surprised you haven't like found the clip and uploaded like, that's me, I'm there.
Oh no, I did put up a clip of I think he played my tune, and I put up a video clip of that.
I did see that.
That's me in there. But yeah, he played our tune. He played them old school vibes, which is me and Pulsar, and yeah, man, he's been supporting that tune as well. There is videos up on my Instagram of the tune that he played.
I met you like in Los Angeles was the first time that I met you in Construct, Jeremy's yard. You were like staying there with him for a bit, and known you a long time. I'm interested really to know like about how you got into drum and bass. And I know that you were originally in Accidental Heroes. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So like,
Sonic.
That was real early in the sort of drum and bass days. But what was the first sort of time that you heard a drum and bass tune?
Oh, I don't know. Probably like first drum and bass tune probably was around 89, 90.
Wow.
So 89, 90 around then, I think. Like, it wasn't really called drum and bass then. It was just great, you know what I mean? And people just experiment with different sounds and...
Sort of your first experience of drum and bass, you obviously grew up in Manchester, so like, was it like raves, or was it like, you know, was it...
It was not raves,
radio?
It was more like Hacienda. I used to go there a lot, Fifth Man downstairs, and Marcus. And like, back then it was different because like, we used to go different raves all around the Northwest. And I remember that Marcus Intellects used to play at this club called Angels, which was in Burnley,
man.
and that was the
R.I.P.
first.
Marcus, man. R.I.P. bro.
Yeah, R.I.P. Marcus. Yeah, and that was the first time I met Marcus, and that was like 89, like 90s. 1991, Marcus has been around for donkeys, and he was always DJing at Angels, different raves across the Northwest, especially Mark XTC as well, because he was big in the game back then as well. He was like DJing everywhere, so big up Mark XTC too.
Massive respect.
But yeah, for us, Hacienda, mate, just like where everything went down. There was also Trigger did a night called Dark House, which was probably the first ever jungle drum and bass night up here in Manchester. He had Ronnie Size, Dynamite, who else was it? Cross, I think, and DJ Dyer. Mate, there was gunshots in the ceiling. It was popping off, bro. It was crazy times back then in Manchester.
Really
because it was
mad.
the Manchester era back then as well, you know. So and yeah, man, it was just there was the drug situation going on in the city centre, you know, the crime as well, and it was just a mad time, man. Mad time in Manchester at that time.
I remember listening to a mixtape with Bassman on it, and you hear like gunshots go off in the rave, and he comes back on the mic. He sounds a little bit, I'm not saying he sounds like shook, but whenever gunshots go off in rave, you're always a little bit, and he's like, calm it down.
Yeah, shot, mate. Do you know what's mad about that? Somebody let off a shot that night, and the ricochet hit this girl that we know, which is my mate's cousin, and she still got the scars on her leg from when the ricochet licked off her leg. So yeah, it's real things, mate. Do you know what I mean? Weren't no joke. Do you know what I mean? But it weren't out of spite. It was just people enjoying the music. It was shutting up in the air, letting off the top around. You get me? Just look, this is what you do,
bro. Actually, mad that you know that environment even existed, bro. Like, I mean, now it's not really like that in the raves anymore. It's such a different sort of vibe. But I kind of appreciate it. I mean, I remember I grew up in Bristol, and I never experienced like gunshot in the rave or anything. But I grew up like next to Malcolm X Centre, and like I used to go to this club called Loco, and there was always like you go down to a garage night, and it would be like proper moody, bro. Do you know what I mean? But I always loved that sort of aspect of the music, because it was more like, you know, it had sort of like an edge to it. Yeah, I mean, now it's good too, but it does. I mean, I've been seeing a lot of like illegal raves. I posted a video today of a clip of somebody at like a legal rave playing one of my tunes. So like that kind of vibe is still going on, but yeah, I think it would almost be like a little resurgence. But in these mad sort of like times that we got right now with like, you know, all the business, I guess people want to like still rave a lot, and it's not really possible. So these little illegal things are going on quite a lot now, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely, man. There's loads of them popping up off here. In Manchester was one. I think there was one a couple of weeks ago down. We got a place down here called Chalk Meadow where like the hippie guys turn up and put music on. I'm not sure if it's drum and bass, but they have like their little raves down there and stuff. And yeah, man, there's been a couple of gash ones I've heard. There's been raves all over the spot, man. It's been crazy. We had a rave the other day, really. Do you know what I mean? Last week in the middle of town, and no one did nothing. And we had no police or nothing, and it was amazing. And it felt like the old vibes again, the old days when you know it felt like them days when you'd be waiting in the car to go wait for some guy to come tell you to come, it's this way. Right. Do you know what I mean? And everyone just follow him. Do you know what I mean? It reminds me of them days kind of thing. The scene definitely needs help. We all need help.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. There's so many real passionate people out here like making this music, and people enjoy playing it. I feel like with drum and bass, it's probably got the best chance of riding this through in whatever way that it's got to. I don't feel too scared. You know, people will move on to like an online sort of thing for a bit, and it is going to open up again this year. You know, like 2022 is going to be a few raves going to happen, I think, in the UK, and just, you know,
it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, man, I think it's all good. But so like back in like the day with like Accidental Heroes, and I'm super like geeky about production, and I'm interested to know about like what equipment was around in them days when you were making tunes, because I spoke to S a while back, and he's saying, I just had like one sampler, one effects unit. Was it a similar sort of vibe in the studio for you?
Well, yeah, it was. Basically, I had an EMU. We had an EMU 3000, was it? I think it was EMU 3000 with a filter, and had a high pass filter in it, which was amazing. Sorry.
You were flossing with the EMU, bruv.
Yeah, we was flossing back then with the EMU. We had a Korg MS2000, and we made all the bass lines on there. And we had that mixing desk. What you seen back then in the last picture before, that's the desk that me and Sonic originally made our music on. Still works to this day. It's fine.
What desk is that?
On the old channels and stuff.
What desk is it?
Oh, it's a Studio Master. Was it Studio Master 28 or something like that? Yeah. Originally, apparently, this is a story behind that desk. Apparently, it was Dillinger's desk originally.
What?
And then, it was Dillinger's desk originally. Check this.
And then
Dillinger bought a Groove Rider. Sorry, Groove Rider bought off Dillinger, and then Groove Rider sold it to SS, and SS sold it to us.
Wow.
So yeah, we've got a piece of history there, and I keep telling Carl about it. Carl's like, don't even remember that desk, you know, I went through so many desks, you know, back then. So like, yeah, man, so that desk is a bit of history. It's amazing, still use it to this day. Push loads of vocals through it, I push my drums through it as well, just to get the EQ off it, you know, it's still got great EQ, even though, like, when you turn the EQ, it's goes It's like it really needs a clean, you know.
Yeah. That's mad. I saw that Matrix the other day, who is Optical's brother. He said that they were clearing out the attic and they found the desk that they made all of like wormhole on. And I was like, I sent him a cheeky like message, like, do you want to sell me that desk, bro? And then he sent me back this picture that was like all like moths in there and stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, I would still buy it, you know, if I could have the desk, bro.
I think I've seen that desk. It's a Mackie, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a Mackie. Was it Mackie 32?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I went to their desk. I went there to their studios actually while they were just actually finishing off Wormhole, the album. That was back in the day, and this was like the first time I was actually talking to Matt and Ben, because you know, really, I talked to Matt a lot, Optical online. We was like chat shit and just talk rubbish and man. So like that's, I remember them guys, and they had that desk originally back in the day in their studio in Chelsea, I think it was, when they had all that stuff. And Jamie used to use the studio with them. So man, it's sick. Definitely a piece of history right there. Yeah, I mean, if you used to get that.
I like that. I like talking about them days and just the production and like how long it took to make tunes, bruv. Like I made
it
sort
took
of
ages, bro.
So like, long, bro.
Just like turning, just like getting the actual the start point of the break, which was just the worst thing ever. Like, especially on an EMU. Actually an Akai, because we had an Akai for a little bit, and we switched from the Akai because it wasn't tight enough than the EMU, because the EMUs was like the new thing back then.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'd sit there for hours, bro, just like try and get the start point right, making sure the transient was right. And it's just nuts, man.
I was chatting to Ed Solo, and he said a little tip for finding the start points on old samplers where you didn't have a waveform, which if you played the note at the bottom of the scale, so like on C1, like real low, then you could get it so that you'd hear the silence before the actual sound kicked in. So you could actually tune those start points by just playing all the sounds like real low down on the keyboard.
Right.
And I was like, those kinds
that'd be really easier than just move it, wouldn't you?
So,
that's a good tip,
I mean, it's totally useless.
Nice one, Ed Solo.
It's totally like useless information now, because we've all got like computers and super like, you know, just crazy technology to make whatever we want to do now. But there might be someone out there that's like, rah, you know, might get that sampler out.
Well, you've been doing tunes, haven't you, on the audio, haven't you? Like all out board. How's that been going?
I made 3 tunes in like a week, and it was so interesting just to find them limitations. And you know, when you're trying to find like you're getting a tune rolling and you're trying to find that sound, you don't have to really look for no EQ changes or like madness. Like there's no plugins. It just sort of has that sound straight away. So when you just make bruv, it's so good. Like the sort of workflow of it is long, but it wasn't any really much longer. Like I could knock up like a bootleg in an hour and a half, you know, on Ableton, but on like the sampler, you got to spend a little bit of time with like. I had to put all the sounds onto like floppy disks and then put them into the sampler. So like it was kind of long, but then I worked out the system with like USB.
So zip drive.
I got a zip drive in one of the samplers that I got here, but I got a USB port on the back of the Akai, so I got an old PC which I'm doing screen share on my Mac. So I've got it almost like the screen of the Akai on the Mac. It's just deep, bro. I don't know, like it's just mad to be able to like. So like networking, I can just drag and drop samples over to it, and you can save the whole banks into the computer. It's actually quite cool. But I mean, I got with the EMU, that's not possible. So it's kind of long.
Zip drives, and it was mad because we had to like some zip drives and then put it in. Sometimes the zip drive wouldn't work. Zip drive break. It made so many mad issues back in the day with them things. But, man, we made some bangers on there when it got all going.
Once things get cut to vinyl, then you can kind of relax in them days. But you couldn't really relax because even the DAT tape, when you send it down for mastering, could get corrupted, or like it was all just like plate spinning until you hit that vinyl, and then the vinyl is obviously that's like 100 years that's going to still be around, which I love that sort of permanence vibe. I do worry nowadays that in this digital world that we live in, that basically like the whole of this time, this era is going to be almost disappear because nobody writes anything on paper no more, and there's no real like. The only records that are going to survive is like Deep Medi, who do like limited runs of tunes. You know what I mean? Or like Spotify will just get deleted at some point or something. You know what I mean? You just never know what's going to happen. But yeah, I hope they've got good backups. But yeah. So you've been so you moved on from like the old school days, and you're now working in North Base. You're wearing a hat, bro. Have you got the merch? And
we got the merch.
So like you sent me a single today, which is super cool, really exciting. What's the vibe that you guys are going for, and like who else is in the group? And
well, it was just we went for that. It started off originally with Demas sent me the stuff, which is Pulsar, and he sent me this tune. He was like, "Oh, I got this tune. I want to do something with it." So got onto it. Sorted out all the beats, all the breaks, got the bass tight and everything, and then we were sat on the tune really for about a year, and then this happened, and then we was just like, wow, what to do? And then basically we said, like, we spoke to Trey, and then Trey was like, yeah, let's get involved. So Trey got involved with it as well. So we made this tune, and next minute Dynamite jumped in, and then next is history. Do you know what I mean? That's how we went it really. But the tune was really sat there for a year because what happened was coronavirus. We kind of like just kind of stopped and we didn't know what to do. It was all just stuck in a place. We had all these tunes ready to release, and we've had to pull a lot of tunes. And so basically it's been about a year trying to make this tune, and it's here. Yeah, I'm excited about it. Because I put a lot of heart and soul into this tune. Mixed it down, different various studios everywhere, man. So I've put a lot of time and effort into this one.
So man. I'm like super sort of like stoked up on this social networking thing and marketing and branding and all of that stuff. And like, what's the way that you're gonna like brand or market this tune? Like, I've been trying to like think a lot recently about how you sort of get yourself, attention. Like I'm almost like every day I'm posting 3 times a day. You can come on my socials and I'm just always there, bruv. There's something new, something exciting. I just wondering like have you got a video made for the tune, or is that
we've not got a video done. It's just a normal single. It's a Rennie Levice enabled device, right? So that's a bonus in itself. And no, we just with the way we market it, we just hope our friends and the people that listen to us buy the single. I'm not out there trying to beg people to buy it. If you don't want to buy it, you don't want to buy it. It's cool, you know what I mean?
I don't think anyone really buys tunes no more. It's a different world in which we live now.
People just listen to it on Spotify now, so it's like, that's the thing. And our fans and our people, they're all on Spotify. Like, they'll buy the tune. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Especially in this current situation we're in, it's I think it's a bit weird. But saying that though, I don't know. There's been an influx of people buying music, so never know.
There's almost like 2 markets, in my opinion, with drum and bass. There's like your DJ market, which was the original market, because nobody normal was gonna go and buy a vinyl of like Edge Rushing Opticals. Sort of, they would buy a mixtape or like a tape pack from a rave or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so like that was like the normal listening people, and then the people who actually shelled out paper for tunes was just all DJs. So like my thing is just I want to offer as much value as I can to like the producers and the DJ side of things, so that we're talking about like production in a deep way. Just so that I can reach out to all those people, because there's so many really cool people in this drum and bass thing that I just want to sort of like make sure that I can bring people value. It means a lot to me to bring as much value as I possibly can to everybody in this thing. And so do you think that like what's like next for you in terms of like music? Are you going to be just releasing singles? Is that what's going on for North Base?
Yeah, I think so at the minute, because when Simon left, it kind of just put us in a bit of a rut, because there was 3 of us originally, and then Simon left, and then he wanted to do his own thing, which is cool. So it kind of just left me and Will like, what should we do? And then we had a bunch of music, we released that, and then we got through all of that stuff.
So I need to just say like a massive respect to Wilf.
Yeah, man. Big shout to Will. Love him every time.
Yeah, mate.
He's every time. And so basically we had the music, and it kind of put us in a bit of a situation, but we just just kept going. And, you know, the way we market our music is we have a guy called Dale as well who helps us. He's our manager. So big up Dale inside the night.
Right.
And he helps us manage stuff like, you know, where to post, what time to post, stuff like Instagram, you know, all the socials, TikTok, you know, everything. You know,
you on
you've got to be involved with everything. So
Are you on TikTok?
yeah, I'm on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. Of course I'm on TikTok. I don't care. Everyone's like, you should be on TikTok, bro. You're an old man. What are you doing on there? I'm like, listen, people on there listening to me. My music's on TikTok. Your music's on TikTok. Do you know what I mean? So we need to push as much as we can on there and get what we, you know, as artists, what we can. Because, you know, not every platform is working for us out there. Like Facebook's not working for a lot of us out there at the minute. But then TikTok is and Instagram is. It's just a weird place. Do you know what I mean? Social media. I feel, you know, it's hard to battle some days and good to have some days. I think for what's going on, you know, I just want clubs to come back.
In my
Give
opinion,
me some clubs, man.
I feel so blessed to even have social media, because back in the day, if I had a single out, I'd have to pay a man to go put posters up all around all the different. Do you know what I'm saying? It's free. I can't, you know, I used to think, oh, Facebook screwed us. And then now I think, you know what, that's not true. Facebook is free and Instagram is free. And like, we can still maintain attention, you know, even if it's 100 people, 200 people, or 1,000 people, or however many you've got. Like, the fact that that is free and that you have the opportunity to reach those people is just amazing, man. I feel so blessed to have that opportunity. I'm just grateful, bruv, for like the opportunity to be able to reach out with music. You know, music is
you do have a valid point there, definitely. You know what I mean? These platforms are free and they do let you post what they want. They could charge you, but they don't. And some of them do. Remember, some of them do charge you. You know? So it's not all good.
I feel like with this, from a strategic point of view, just to help like new artists, because a lot of new artists follow this channel. I think you just have to really be consistent and like just posting lots of content every single day, and that will allow you to sort of like rise above the noise from all the other people out there. Also, there's a lot of people who kind of fake it, so like don't look at other people's pages, because chances are if it's not, the balance isn't quite right. Like I was looking at some YouTube channel the other day, 175,000 followers, same amount of views as I get on my 8,000 follower channel. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like there's a lot of like fakery out there, and there's just no point in doing that. I honestly believe that you just got to keep it as real as possible. And, you know, just use whatever outlets are available to you. So now, like, in terms of, like, the production side again, is there, like, stuff that you're feeling at the moment? Like, what DAW do you use to make music? I feel like it might be Cubase, but I might be wrong. Is it a Logic?
No, we use using FL Studio at the minute.
FL Studio, wicked.
Yeah.
A lot of people use that.
I was on Bitwig for a little bit.
Right.
I was messing about with Bitwig for a while, but my plugins just kept crashing with Bitwig, and I don't know why. But yeah, so I use FL Studio now. And do you know who got me into FL Studio? Boo.
Right.
Boo got me into FL Studio because I went around his house. I've done a few tunes with Boo.
Yeah.
And I sat like, wow, this thing's mad, and it's so easy to use. It's so clean. So I just started using it, and it is pretty good. Like people knock it and say like, oh, your FL Studio it's like kids' toy, it's like a Tonka toy. Like, no, bro, it's actually pretty sick.
I think it's like Skoda. I think they've shaken off the bad rep for their like Fruity Loops thing, and now I feel like FL Studio is definitely like a proper tool. You're saying you're working with Boo. I did a collab also quite recently, but it was over like Discord, so he was sharing his screen and his audio to me. Bruv, I was like, this is mad. This is like the future. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I literally am like, I got samplers down there, and I just sort of, I'm a little bit of like, I got a lot of tech sort of knowledge, but the way that these kids can navigate through using sort of Discord to do like a collab, bruv, I'm like, do you know what I mean? It's actually mad. Yeah, it is actually mad. So like in terms of plugins that you're using, do you use samplers much anymore? I feel like sampling is a lost or dying sort of art.
I do use samples sometimes, occasionally. But I kind of try and manipulate them a bit. I use the thing in Serum when you can drop your own sounds in there and you can try and twist them out a bit.
Okay.
I use that one. That's pretty cool in Serum.
there's a lot of plugins. It's difficult.
There's a lot of plugins, man. Yeah, a lot of plugins.
I got these buttons in front of me. I wonder if I can. Yeah, so I got these buttons.
Oh, sick! Oh, hooray!
And
Stop it.
yeah, angles, bruv. That camera used to move like on a slider, but it broke the other day. So that's a little bit annoying. Right. I sent them another email because basically they sent me like a new controller the other day and then it stopped working again, but it's all good. But yeah, I got these buttons in front of me, so I picked out like some of the plugins that I like the most, and then I just use those. So if I need EQs, just like 2 buttons away, just bam, and I don't. So I'm not going through no list of like, you know, when you have to click.
Plugins. And I get a big page. I've got just thousands of them.
So like, what are you supposed to choose?
And especially on FL Studio, it just comes up on the big screen. Yeah. Oh bloody hell, which way to start? But I use a lot of the Universal Audio plugins. Like I've been using the Posh. SSL compressor.
Yeah, man, it's Posh.
I use.
They're really good, bruv. They are really good.
Yeah, they're amazing. But yeah, just EQs, man. SSL. I use all the stuff on the Universal Audio stuff, like all the tube compressors. I've just got Omnisphere, so I'm going to mess about with that. That's a big thing, so I'd like to put that into my computer. So that's a good synth. Just got not really played with it, to be fair. But yeah, got a Korg. Been messing about with Sonic's Korg as well. He's got one of them mothers, the blue one.
Is that outboard?
No, but it's an outboard synth. Yeah. It's called the Grandmaster. Grandfather.
I've never heard of that. That's sick. I might have to do a little search on that and find that one.
It's like a blue and green one. Like it's really sick. So like because Sonic's moving back up into town, so we're gonna try and like make another album again. So we're gonna try and get back on all.
But like Sonic Silver. Sonic and Silver sort of vibe,
Yeah, Sonic and Silver album,
So, are you gonna go back to like the tech kind of thing, or
we're gonna try some old stuff, man. We're gonna try some old stuff, try and give it that new flavour, you know. So
bruv, I mean,
so hopefully, I
feel like that's where it's going. Do you know what I'm saying?
Music's changing. You can make anything nowadays. There's no styles anymore. That's what I like about drum and bass. It's like everyone's doing their own thing. If it's like mellow, intelligent, jump up, like the darker stuff, the techie stuff. Everyone's doing it all, and I like that, man. It's good to be like, to make different things, and that's what Sonic and Silver was about when we started. We didn't want to just go down one line. We didn't want to go down the Edward Schnoptical line, or we didn't want to go down the jump line. We didn't want to go down the mellow line. We just wanted to do it all. You know what I mean? So it's music, That's what we want to make.
As an artist, I never tried to put myself in any kind of box. Like I would do liquid tunes. They would obviously always sound a little bit like me, but I would do a liquid tune. I would do like a jump up kind of thing. I never really went down like neurofunk with tech, but I just don't know if I've got like the brain for that sort of like sound design. Maybe a little bit, maybe a bit more now, but I just never. I think everything's got to have a bit of soul. Do you know what I mean? A bit of like some definitely. Funk to it, and some of like the real techno-y stuff doesn't really like vibe with me and like where I come from and like the vibes that I like. I think it's always got to have some kind of like roots and soul to it. It's like food. You can't have just sort of dry chicken. It's got to have spices, right? It's
just got to have spices, got to have gravy, got to have rice and peas.
That's what I'm saying.
Got it all in there, bro.
When you were working with Dyna, was that a vocal that you recorded with him, or did he record it and then
he sent that over to us. We sent him the tune, and then he basically just did the vocal on top of it, and then it was just next was next. We just mixed it down. And I
got to say, massive shouts to Dyna. Like so much depth to him as an artist and a human being. Like he really has just an amazing sort of like vibe. Been out to a few like real nice dinners on road with Dyna, and like his wine knowledge is just levels, bruv.
It is, isn't it?
Like I
he's
think
done that wine thing right now, though, isn't he? He's done that front page of that magazine, and he smashed it on the wine front, man.
Really smashing it.
Props to Dominic, man, because he is a G. He is a legend.
And brown paper bag and bruv.
Mate, the first time I ever seen them guys, right, was at Glastonbury. I think it was 90 when they brought out the New Forms album. It was the first time they did at Glastonbury, and we climbed the fence, and the first thing we went in to see was Ronnie Styles representing. and it was sick because you climbed fence. It was literally the stage right in front of us. It was mad, man. It was like to die by big running size. Big up all the Bristol, big up yourself, all the Bristol crew, man. For years and years and years, you guys have smashed it in drum and bass. Do you know what I mean? You've like got the flavour down there. Everyone always looks at Bristol for good music. Same as you all look at Manchester for good music. You know what I mean? It's mad, big thing, man. Bristol's a big thing, and big up MC Dynamite and everyone in there. Yeah, man.
I mean, to sidetrack, it's mad that we're not getting looked after. I was chatting to this MC who lives in France on one of the DnB talks. And he said that the French government really look after artists. Like, you know, if you're a struggling artist, then there was checks that they were giving you to help you out through these times. I ain't get nothing, bro.
No one's got nothing. No one's got anything. I think we got a few bits off PRS. And music support helped us out a little bit, and so got to big up them guys because them guys really did help us out through the pandemic, but the government didn't help us for nothing.
It is mad, isn't it? And it's such a big industry, and so much creative talent comes out of here. I don't understand.
We just get pushed to the side.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
If it was like education or I don't know, lawyers or pilots or whatever they're all gonna get linked up and hooked up and all big industry. But music makes billions, bruv.
Yeah,
for this country,
billions of pounds, man. They pay so much tax, and they still don't treat it right.
Bruv.
They treat it right with something else.
Yeah, I don't understand. That mentality. The only thing I can think, bruv, it's so weird. I'm not really. I used to be kind of conspiracy, whatever, but there's so much sort of things where I'm just like, come on, link it up, just have a thought and work it out and make it happen in the right way. And the only thing I can think now is it's a deliberate sabotage, bruv. I see it and they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna open up. Let's all open up. All promoters get all excited. Bang, loads of events get put in, and then they're like, oh, no, actually, we're not gonna do that. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? It's obvious.
It's a joke, mate. We've had so many things cancelled.
Yeah.
I'm sceptical, bro. I'm really sceptical, man.
It's mad, isn't it? And
do you know what I mean? They could just turn around again and say no. Do you know what I mean?
But you see,
worth us opening up.
Horse racing, rammed. Football, rammed. And it's
rammed. Wimbledon, rammed.
Yeah.
Money, bro. Money.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, if you got this, you got that cash money, you get to do anything you want. Look at all these guys who are coming to watch the Euros. Do you know what I mean? All because they're sponsorships and, they've got money.
Yeah, madness, bruv. It is a madness. Crazy. But I guess that is what the world is now. And I always feel like that's why I'm sort of on this super sort of social networking flex.
Yeah.
And, there is always a way around it. The underground has always found a way through, and the internet, you're cutting out the middleman, and that's what I love. I love that as an artist, if I'm grumpy about something, instead of coming out and being showing any negative vibes, I'll just drop a tune. Do you know what I mean? I'll drop a tune, I'll drop a little post, I'll be positive about it and just build up, and it's about bringing positive energy, bruv. You know what I mean? Just nothing negative. Never. Yeah, because I mean, it's so weird, how the whole world and the structure is of it all and everything, and you just I don't know, you just can't watch other people anymore. I feel you got to find your family. But
I always do your own thing, bro. It's just like you said, don't watch other people. That's what I used to do back in the day. I said, oh, why has that guy got that and I ain't got that, or why has he got this and I didn't do that? You just got to stop watching other people, concentrate on your own thing, do your own thing. Think, what you're doing, and you'll make it. You know what I mean? Anyone can put your heart and mind to it, you can do it. Look at me. I'm a prime example. Look at yourself. You're a prime example. You want to make music, you're top of your game, bro. You get me? Look at you now. Look at us now. We're all top of our game. You know what I mean? We've all put the effort in, and anyone out there who's listening can do it yourself, bro. Trust me. You don't need anybody else to tell you anything. If you believe in yourself and you want to do this, it's yours.
It's just 10 years of hard work and grind.
Yeah, it can take a while.
I feel
but no, man. I've seen a few artists through in rapid amount of time. I think nowadays it's a bit different because there's more younger artists coming through, and the scene is healthy with so many producers, so many good people making music. And to make music now is so accessible. Anyone can do it. You know what I mean? So if you put your mind to it, you can do it, bro. You know what I mean? There ain't no one stopping you from doing it. You know what I mean? It's easy things, man. You know what I mean? And that's why the scene will stay healthy, and the scene will continue to be how it is. You know
I did a post the other day, just asking for people to tag like new producers, and I listened through like I just went on all different people's pages, listening to all their things, bigging them up. Do you know what I mean? And just like the amount of good tunes is so good. It's so healthy for drum and bass, man.
Mate. There's a guy out there you need to check out called Master Error. I don't know if you heard of him.
Master Error, right?
Yeah, check out Master Error, bro. Guy is twisted, and then you got like Amplify as well. And you know what I mean? He's making some bangers. There's so many good guys making tunes, man. Atmosphere. There might be a little bit jump up for your kind of taste, but you like jump up.
I like jump up.
So you like all sorts of things, so you can appreciate it.
Is it not Nightbreed?
Yeah, Night Shift.
Night Shift, yeah.
Night Shift's making some bangers, bro. That tune part with Spider Attention, whoa,
boom,
big tune.
Couple of tunes. He sent me like this folder, and I was like, I'm gonna have to play all of these tunes, bruv. I did a little live stream, and I was like, this is every single double drop that I need. So I wrecked him hard on that, and just so much good talent, and like. I do sort of worry about saturation, I guess, sometimes, but you just can't think like that. I feel like there is there's food for everybody. There is room for everybody. Maybe not on, I guess lineups, there's only a certain amount of things, but I think sometimes it's good for a change of the guard as well. And I'm happy to sort of like, I'm going to keep fighting my corner, but again, it's also all love.
It's healthy competition.
Yeah, and it's the dance. I guess it comes down to like that dancehall culture of like, when I turn up at a rave and you've been playing before me, I'm going to have some heinous dub plates to try and like leng you. And it's the same thing, Wilf's always going to drop some like dub plate that's like some bragger artist. So we're like, what?
Yeah, exactly. That's it, man. Healthy competition, bro. It's here. Do you know? I mean, that's what's good about the scene. Like even Wolf draws on me. Wolf got like, oh yeah, you've got that new Hazard thing. I'm like, no. He's like, look at this. He's like, he'll draw on me, bro. Do you know what I mean? He'll draw on me. We're in a group together. You're draw on me. But yeah, do you know what I mean? Health competition is good, man. And just keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. That's
everyone's got to keep pushing in this thing for real. So I mean, it's just in terms of like with the vocal that you got from Dyna, just to go back on it, was there any like production sort of like things that you had to do? How was it sent? Did he send it as like stems?
He sent it as a raw file. I had to do a lot of EQing on it, clean out a lot of EQ stuff on it. There was a lot of back room noise.
Okay.
So that was kind of hard. I don't know where he recorded it. I don't know if he recorded it out there where he was with his missus, or he recorded it back here in England. So I'm not sure where he recorded it. I never actually found that out. That's a good question, actually. I'll find that out.
I feel like there's a plugin out there probably that can remove the room noise, like D-reverb or something like that from like somewhere. I feel like I remember there is a plugin that can do that, but there's nothing better than recording. I think recording spaces are really important, and having like a dead room for vocals is definitely a thing, man. It's definitely a thing. Good stuff, man. It's really good to catch up with you today.
Definitely, bro. Always good to catch up with you today. Always good to see you, mate. Always good to see you. Thank you for this as well.
No, it's cool. I've been wanting to talk to you for a long time. I got a list. In fact, we've been bouncing off trying to find a date that was going to work, and then you got sick, and then it all sort of like,
did it? We've got to get Rolf on one of these as well.
Yeah, I'd really like that. I'd really like to talk to him. It was difficult to like pin you down, so I appreciate that you've got time for me, man.
Bro. Standard, anytime, man. Respect, man. Thank you for having me.
No, it's blessed, mate. It's wicked.
Yeah, man. Cool.
So I'm just gonna
send us some more tunes, D. I heard you lined to Rolf up with loads of new tunes the other day. I was like, what?
Oh, did I?
Oh, come on. I'll get TC tunes before you.
Did I?
Like, you on a new TC thing. I was like, I've got that one, bro.
I sent you the astronaut thing. I'm sure I sent you.
Yeah, man, you have sent me them. But he had to draw that. He tried to draw that astronaut thing on me the other day, and I was like, bro, someone gave me that shit. Yeah, well, that's a big tune, that, bro. Wicked.
It's mad. Like, this industry's mad right now. I feel like you don't even need to put tunes out. Honestly.
No, it isn't.
I think I could still maintain, and I'll just do bootlegs, and I'll just do like mad social networking constantly, just like almost to the point of annoyance.
Look at Majestic, bro. He's the same as well. He hardly puts out any music. Well, he does put out a bit of music, but you know, he's really big on that, like, just like how you are. He's massive on that social media stuff, you know what I mean? He's always on there, always on Instagram, always posting up funny videos. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? If he's not posting funny videos, in the chat rooms posting up funny stuff. You know what I mean? Majestic's sick, bro. He's a good lad as well.
I mean, it's it's really a changing game where we're just sort of day trading attention instead of trying to put out records. You know, obviously the stuff that I'm putting out is like viable and definitely music that I'd want to listen to in the rave, and that's the most important thing. But also, you know, just making sure that you're just out there all the time is so important right now.
That's it, man. Yeah, you've got to stay active, definitely. You know what I mean, and stay relevant. You know what I mean. You've got to always stay, even if you're not putting out any music. You know, it can still be done. You know, so a lot of mans out there that don't write music. Look at them, they're still at it. You know what I mean. So it's
strange how it's all like changing up. Yeah.
Definitely.
All right, wicked, bruv. I will catch up with you very soon. Thank you for your time.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah, big up. Nice one. So if you found anything in this video interesting, please smash the like button. Don't forget to hit subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you can keep up to date with all that's new from me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you have any ideas for future videos, I read all your comments. A massive big up to all the WOLFPACK, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to join the Discord server and check the links to the samples and presets in my description, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.